What's up, guys? We have a DD Audio Digital Designs 9515 with ESP technology. Customer blew it up. So one cool thing about the DD Audio American line, as well as the red lines, which hint hint, that's about to change here shortly, the way that that is structured, is if you blow it up, we can fix it with new parts. That's what we're about to do for you guys. And here is the new internals. That's the coil, that's the former. And this is the spider landing, the spider which travels up and down. A lot of you people that do not believe in a break-in period, try to run one of these speakers without breaking them in. Anywhere close to the RMS that this speaker is supposed to be able to handle, you'll learn very, very quickly that a break-in process is a real thing, because you'll be here with me doing what we're doing right now, reconing your speaker, because you blew it up, because you didn't break it in, you didn't take it slow. Nobody likes to take it slow. All right, guys. All cleaned up, all sprayed out, all grinded apart. We're about to recone this. Here's our little package that we get straight from the manufacturer. It has a cap, some instructions if you don't know how to do it. You'll see what this is in just a minute, and some more utensils to help you along the process. Stay tuned. So I just made a quick call to DD because some reason they gave us 2 of these instead of just 1. So cover my bases, make sure nothing changed. We just used 1 of these. Again, I'll show you what that is when we get to that part. What we're going to do right now is take the coil and the spider. We're going to do what's called shimming it, where they give us these clear pieces of material. In just a minute, I'll tell you why this is important. You cannot do a recone without some kind of barrier to put in between this. You can't do it properly. You might be able to get it completed, but that doesn't mean it was right. In car audio, a lot of people do stuff that's not right, but it's still got the job completed. It doesn't mean it's right, though. Okay? So we have our plastic pieces in here. We're gonna stick it in the hole. We're gonna stick it down into the coil. What this plastic is for is to make sure the coil is in there perfectly in the center where it's supposed to be at. That way it's not on one side or the other, and then you'll get what's called coil rock, where the coil is moving laterally, and you do not want that. You only want this coil to move up and down, vertical. That's it. If you don't do that part right, you will be here again with me reconing the speaker. All right, so it's a little loose still. I'm gonna pull it out and stick in another one. And we're going to do this until it's tight. Until it is tight. That is tight. That's pretty tight. We all like it tight, right? All right, guys. Now, we're going to add some CA glue. We're going to go clean our tip, that way it's nice and perfect. So what we're going to do is just break it off of there, because it's stuck on there is all it is. Sometimes you got to cut it. The problem with cutting it is once you cut it, now it's not as long. We'll just peel it off of there and we're all good to rock and roll. I'm going to pull it out again, and then we'll add our CA glue. We've already prepped the area. We've already cleaned it with alcohol. Yes, sir. I'm going to take the F350. All right. Now, once we have a generous amount of CA glue, we'll stick our spider landing in there. I am very generous with my glue, even though it's expensive. The price isn't the point here. All right, let's stick her in there nice and tight. Nice and tight. Let it completely absorb into the spider. Fold this over, fold that over. Once you've completed this about 10 times, then you can call yourself a pro, as long as you've had no problems. If you've ever had any problems, you're not a pro. Not good. I like to use specific clamps. You don't have to use clamps, but it definitely helps. Definitely helps. You don't want that to come up at all. You want it to be tight. You want to work kind of quick. Now, the way I'm wording this stuff, I'm not trying to teach you this. I'm just doing a video to show you the process so you can respect the process a little bit more. A lot of people say, is my speaker complete yet? I'm like, no. It takes time to do this stuff the right way. You don't just throw a little glue on it and give it back to you. All right. All those clamps are around there. It's had time to go into the spider landing. Now we'll hit it with some activator. All the activator is doing is pulling the oxygen out of the glue, that way it dries. That's all it's really doing. Now we're going to pull these clamps off. And hit it more with some glue and some CA. We need some more. This one's almost empty as well, but we'll make it work. Actually, it is empty. So we got a brand new one here. I'm gonna pull this top off and pull this thing out and put this in there. Now, we could stop right there and call it all good, but we're gonna add even more glue on the rear portion. Get it nice and everywhere. You don't want this guy to have any problems. No problems. Okay, we'll let that sit for just about a half a minute here. And then we'll hit it. Alright. Now, the way I was taught this by DD Audio is, if you've ever noticed, your speaker in the internal portion will be about like it is right there. And what that allows the speaker to not have any problems when it's traveling up and down. That way you don't want to pull it tight. We'll spin it like that and then just let it hang out on the edges there. I must have a cut because that stung. Ow. It stung pretty bad. If you notice how I did that, I added glue to the actual wires so it can't move. Again, wire so it can't move. Alright. Gonna roll up our wire here so it's nice and neat and out the way. Next part's the fun part. we're gonna leave the plastic shims in. If you notice, it has a line right here. The cone's gonna have a corresponding line as well. There's the corresponding line, and we're just gonna line them up. They have already cut the holes in for where the coil wires are. So there's a line right there and a line right there. Once those meet up, you know you're good to go. And some glue had spilled or something, but now we're gonna stick glue on the top portion. Glue on the top portion here. And then we'll come back and smear it all in. Once that's all in, we'll smear it all in. That's what this piece here is for. Now we're going to take our coil and stick it in that spot again. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? There it is. Right in there. Press down on it. Now stick some clamps around here. You don't have to clamp it, but I would recommend it. Looks like I spilled some glue at one point. And there you have it, all clamped up, ready to go. Before we hit that, we're gonna do, remember this little cord here? We're gonna spray it underneath. That way, if any glue goes down by the coil, it will dry up before it can do that. Alright, now take our little thing here, spray it, and we're going to start it by hitting it. We're going to squirt more glue up in here. And then we'll use our craft stick again. The whole area should be a lot. A whole lot of glue. And we'll hit it again.
Hi guys. What are you doing over here, Mark?
Reconing.
Recone?
Reconing.
Is that the 99?
Yep. 9900. I had some, I just took it home. Might have more over there.
So on the razor, got the boat speakers, right? I've got this one boat speaker, this one. Misjudged where it's at. So there's a hole up there now, and the bracket's like down here. I'm thinking if you start with one, we can weld a bead around it, weld it, grind it off, weld another bead around it, sand it off, paint back over, fix it. Or we can do JB weld and let it just get real super hard.
Yeah, look through that. Little red one on the bottom.
The red one on the bottom? No,
Yeah.
The big cool one?
Yeah.
Something will get hard enough to get that hole filled back up. And we put that in.
I got a option that'll probably work if you can't find it. Okay. Never be scared to use more glue than what you really need to use. More glue isn't a bad thing.
Alright, so Mark.
You leaving?
Yeah. Whoa.
That hole, it's like the cans here, the other cans here, where the original hole's at, and the other one's way up here. They act like they can weld it, and then fix it, and just, you can't do that. You fuck the whole hole up. There's gonna be 3 holes.